Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. This is one of the poems of Flamingo textbook for class 12. Well, as I take you to the PPT, I would have expected you to have read the poem silently on your own before proceeding with this video. Now I'll share the screen and take you to the PPT on Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. So here we are. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is the title of the poem, and I leave it to you. What do you interpret from it? It was written by Adrienne Rich. She was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Her claim to fame were her feminist ideas and her wide involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She received a number of awards, including 1996 Tanning Award for Mastery in the Art of Poetry, the Lennon Foundation's 1999 Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Commonwealth Award in Literature and National Book Award. I'd like you to always remember whenever you are reading a piece of literature, the social, economic, political background, the historical background of that era in which the poet or the writer exists does influence her piece of work. So let's recite the poem without spending more time and let the meaning sink in, and then we'll try to understand it. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Aunt Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find every find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Take a minute, think about, is this actually a talk, a poem about tigers? Tigers in their physical presence? Or is it about embroidered tigers? This video is catering to CBSE examinations, and I'm not delving deeper into how you should approach the poem, but I'm going to take it paragraph wise and explain it. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. So the screen over here refers to the wooden frame, and on that wooden frame is a piece of cloth. So that is the screen on which Aunt Jennifer tigers prance. Prance means as if they're in a position to pounce upon someone and they are in a movement position. Now, this makes it clear that Aunt Jennifer's tigers here are actually embroidered tigers. If you look at the previous slide, she's embroidering something. That's why deliberately I did not give the image of tigers over here. So she is embroidering something, and that too, she's embroidering a set of tigers that are prancing across a screen. Now, the description of the tigers is given here. There's a reason behind that because the poet wants to draw a stark contrast between Aunt Jennifer and the tigers she is embroidering across the screen. The tigers are bright in color, they are topaz yellow, they are denizens, that is, citizens of the world of green, that is, the forest. And they do not fear the men. They do not fear the men that are maybe hiding beneath the tree, ready to attack maybe, or kill a tiger or hunt a tiger. They don't fear anybody. And they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Sleek refers to their movement, they're very maneuverable, and chivalric, brave, and they are certain about what they want to do. When we read the poem, we'll understand that Aunt Jennifer is a meek personality. She is nothing near to being certain. She is nothing near to being unafraid of anybody. She is an exact opposite of how the tigers over here have been described. How do we come to this conclusion? Because in the second stanza, Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool, that means they are quivering. Because as she pulls the wool to embroider the figure of tigers on the piece of cloth, her fingers are fluttering. Now, there are different interpretations of this. The fingers may be fluttering due to old age, but they may also be fluttering because of the scare that Aunt Jennifer has of her husband. Okay, she finds that even in that ivory needle is very hard to pull. An ivory needle should not be that difficult to pull, but it's the fear that has set upon her soul that doesn't allow her to express her desire even through these embroideries. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band. Now, the massive weight is talking about, it has connotations. It talks about how the ring, the wedding band refers to the wedding ring. The wedding ring has a lot symbolically, and it presents the turmoil, the unsatisfactory relationship, and the subjugation of Aunt Jennifer in the institution of marriage. So, here we are actually delving upon the subjugated position of a woman in the institution of marriage, and how male counterpart of that relationship is the most dominating factor of that marriage. So the wedding band is heavy, and it sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. So it is representative of the dominance, it is representative of the subjugation of Aunt Jennifer towards her husband and the dominance of the husband. When Aunt is dead, even after she is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. That means that even if she is dead, after that also, her hands are going to be terrified. This is metonymy. This is transferred epithet, in which actually it is Aunt Jennifer who is terrified, and her her feelings have been transferred to her hands, so it becomes transferred epithet. They lie, they will continue to lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So the terms mastered by, massive weight, ringed with ordeals, that means she had to face a lot of uh, tribulations in her marriage, a lot of struggles she had to overcome. So even after her death, her hands are going to be representative of those women who continue to be mastered by their husband in the institution of marriage. And the tigers here become symbolic of what? They become symbolic in this paragraph, in this stanza. The tigers become symbolic of men who are definitely not afraid of anything. They will continue to prance, run around with confidence, Be proud and unafraid, no matter how many women succumb to subjugation in the institution of marriage. Fine. So, this whole poem actually talks about subjugation of women in the institution of marriage and the dominance of the husband, the male counterpart of the relationship, that is reflected over here. The tigers in the first stanza, they refer to Aunt Jennifer's desire to be free from subjugation, Aunt Jennifer's desire to be as fearless as these tigers and as certain and as brave as these tigers. So there's a lot of imagery, a lot of symbolism, a number of different literary figures that have been used in this poem. We'll discuss that in the next video. I hope you've understood what does this refer to. We'll talk about the theme and the rhyming scheme and the literary figures used. Till then, I hope you do continue visiting my YouTube channel, and definitely you'll benefit from it. Bye bye. God bless you.